Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and/or others. It is the Mad Hatter here, and this is rimworld. We return, and we have something to do. Now, this was not asked of me. However, I believe I have found it rather fitting, so I'm going to be doing it anyway. Let's just see. Where is this? There we go. Teska shall be renamed. See ya. I found them oddly fitting for Sia, so the gang's all here. Hooray! Still have no one that to name Black and Dog, which is unfortunate. Now, what the fuck were we doing last time? Oh yeah, we were setting up this. Hello, Emu. This Emu has come to inspect our building materials. Or not building materials, just... Oh, that's gotta suck. So, gut worms, they basically cause, just random pain, and they also cause 3 times as much hunger as per normal. That means that she's going to be starving quite often, and unfortunately, normally how I would treat pain would be to give her smoke leaf. Like, I just plant a field of smoke leaf and have her smoke it, if it was a particularly painful disease. However, because smoke leaf also increases hunger rates, the issue then becomes that she will become so hungry she'll spend most of her time just eating until the smoke leaf wears out. Also, I recall that, I built a stonecutter's table and didn't notice it for most of the episode. Hooray. I'm sure everyone was just ecstatic about that. It's always lovely. Let's see. Now, the thing we're going to do today, you can tell I just booted up the game. We are going to do this. Let's see. Up. Normally I would not recommend building a building this fucking huge. However, a thing has been required of us. Let's build these out of... Do we not have any bamboo? I guess we don't. Huh. Well, balls. So, in my testing, I had an unfortunate event where we were getting fairly long when it came to things such as research. However, I made the realization that, unfortunately, and this does need to be double thick, or extra thick, as some might say, I came upon the realization that avoiding getting these particular, just getting some defenses, and this is just it, gigantic fucking wall. However, it just so happens that this is also actually just the very beginning of what shall become our defenses. Let's see, let's cancel that, and there we go. Now I'm building this out of sandstone because we're currently running low on granite and we have all of these sandstone chunks, so may as well. This will also give everyone something to do, at the very least. Colonist needs treatment. Yeah, Rhyme is going to be unhappy. Now, see, gutworms, unfortunately, suffer from a thing that I quite dislike. Let's have you, Rhyme, you go, rest until healed. Gutworms unfortunately suffer from a thing that all kinds of parasites and long-term infections such as this suffer from, which is they don't go away with a singular treatment. It takes multiple treatments to get them to go away. Also, the main drawback of the boar is that it shits everywhere. Just all over the place, and it's disgusting. But it happens. Now, the reason I'm putting in this giant fuck-off wall is because I don't want attacks coming from this direction, and you could just wall off here. However, that still leaves all of this area where people can come from. And it's unfortunate, however, this is also one of those games where walling in is generally a good idea. It's also a very boring idea, because you've probably seen me having to actually fucking adapt to situations that require... Let's get some doors. To situations that actually require, you know, effort to deal with. I actually have to find cover, or at least I would if they sent people with ranged weaponry. What's Rhyme doing? Oh, she's researching. What is she researching? Is she researching? Yes, she is researching electricity. Good. I also realized that the electrical wiring is going to take fucking forever to get over here. And I also realized that I could have... Cargo pods. Hooray. Let's see what they dropped. Shit, tons of cotton. Okay. I don't care. I don't have advanced tailoring, so I can't actually make use of that cotton, which is probably the most unfortunate part. Like I said, Rhyme is going to starve pretty much every time she wakes up. It's unfortunate, but it happens. What are these made of? Granite? Yes, granite. Let's see, there's sandstone, granite. Who is our construction person? Okay, good, they're getting this done. Now, a reason I'm building this giant fucking wall is because I'm actually going to be building a lot of giant fucking walls. Specifically, I'm also going to build one across here, and then I'm going to cut out a section here, a section here. Then I am going to build a wall here, and here. Then I'm going to turn this choke point specifically, or I could actually build a wall like here, and then cut out this section here, so I could turn this choke point into a thing. But that's a lot of land. So I'd rather not. But, yeah. The reason I am turning a specific choke point into a defensible point is because there are raids that will come that we just straight up cannot defend with. Because, allow me to put it this way. There are... At least eventually, there are going to be people that come in raids of equal numbers to our own. And while that is balanced for a spacer faction, Psychic Drone, everyone with the female gender winces in pain. Psychic Drones just piss everyone off for a little while. It's fine. They'll be fine. Alice may go crazy, but it'll be fine. Why is she so uncomfortable? Medium Psychic Drone, too. Manhunter Pack. A pack of man-hunting rats have entered the area. They will roam the region hunting for humanoid flesh. They can't pass doors, so if you stay behind walls, you should be safe. They won't attack inactive turrets, so turn your turrets off if you want to save them. They'll leave the area in a few days. Alternatively, because they're rats, I could just hunt them. Also, for whatever reason, this is reminding me of Dishonored. Trying to do a thing. If you do, this little button handles their reaction to attacks. For now, I don't mind these guys. I'd actually kind of also like you to attack things. This means that they'll run away. I don't mind these two running away because they only have bows, but with Zia, Dog, and Black, they have well, she has a fucking rifle, and these two have clubs. They could just punch the rat and, like, destroy its head. However, it looks like they're coming around this way. They're also very likely to eat our crops and foodstuffs. Which is... oh god, they're loud. Which is unfortunate, but it does happen. I kind of hope this isn't going to be a permanent thing, however this is actually a pretty decent layout for a research shack, so if I just like expand it a little bit further. As you can see, dog can one-shot them. Like, they're not an issue. And he has a bite on his left leg. That's fine. I would also like these rats finished off. Yeah, see, he's fine. Beating the ass. I'd like someone to come and deconstruct this, though. I do need someone to treat him, however. Prime is going to be pretty much always hungry. She basically has tapeworms, which is... it's unfortunate, but it does happen. Oh, Jesus. I think all three of the bullets landed on that. Let's actually take a look at that rat. Yeah, here, this one. The left kidney has been destroyed. Front left leg has been destroyed. Fresh. Rear left paw shot off. Fresh. Has a gunshot in the right leg. Rear right leg. Body bruised with a club. And gunshot from an assault rifle. Also has minor blood loss, which is tough shit, really. It's just kind of icing on the fucking cake for it. Female iguana. It's got egg cooking. So yeah, this area, I tend to like stuffing tombs around entrances normally. However, with so much area to cover, I'm not going to do it with this wall. I'll probably do it near the checkpoint, or... actually, I could, wall off here. This I know is going to be neat, is going to be walled off. I could wall it off across here. But the thing is that this is also usable land, and I really want that. I do need this mined, however. It only needs to be one wide, though. It just needs to be, like... it just needs to be wide enough that people can actually walk across it, so that the reason you do that is because if you leave an opening in your defenses rather than completely walling off, the attackers will run straight for it. And they'll actually be able, and I can actually catch them up in, let's actually look at the security screen. I'll actually be able to catch them up in deadfalls. The fire's fine. And mud moats. Mud moats slow you down. Deadfalls, ambrosia. Deadfalls do damage specifically to the head, so you can one-shot people, especially with stone ones or steel ones. Steel ones, it's a guaranteed is a guaranteed one-shot, whereas stone ones are about a 50-50 shot. Now, ambrosia is a type of drug. It is basically a fruit, or a golden fruit, that is slightly addictive, that gives people chemical joy. That's all ambrosia is. That fire is pretty under control. These dates done? Yes, they are. Let's harvest those for extra food. Now, on top of the fact that, what was I talking about? I was talking about defenses. So we're probably going to wall off here, wall off here, wall off there, wall off there. Or I could wall off, like, here instead to get that geothermal. And then wall off here. Refugee chased at Rust Valley. This is kind of what I was, worrying over. Because in my tests, I accepted a really good one of these. I got a really good colonist. Like, you could see I'm probably not going to go with that because they're actually not bad. Like, they're not bad. They can't do a lot of things. Antisocial means they can't warden. Burns water means they can't cook. Claustrophobic means they can't mine. Pyrophobic means that they can't firefight. Mining is unimportant. Cooking is unimportant. We have 2 cooks. Wardening is unimportant. We have 2 wardens. So, this person would basically be a craft slave. She is passionate for animals, construction, growing, and crafting. Yeah, craft slave, growing slave, construction slave. She'd basically be an extra free hand. However, the issue being, a mental patient named Gil Giggles Durnan calls you from nearby. She's being chased by Federation soldiers from Section Tau. This is less worrisome, because Federation soldiers come in fewer numbers. That means they're actually easier to deal with. The reason tribals are harder to deal with is because they come in larger numbers. So because we're also tribals, we'll have decent numbers. She begs for safety and offers to join your colony. Biologically, she is 48 years old. Be warned, if you accept, you'll have to fight off Federation soldiers on her tail. I would turn this down if we didn't also need the jobs that she offered. Right, Giggles, what's your gear? She has synthread gear, and she entered from here. That means the raiders are going to be from there. What is you're pretty ass at both shooting and melee. However, we have a better melee weapon than we do a shooting weapon. As you can see, she entered from there. That means a raid is coming from there. These guys all have guns, but they're also all going to be pretty inaccurate. So, I would like all of our people there. Let's bump the speed down. Okay. We've run into an issue. Rhyme, I want you to fall back to here. Sia, I am going to move you in here and have this door held open. Black, I'm going to move you here. Dog, I'm going to move you here. Alice, I'm going to move you in here and hold this door open. The reason I'm doing this is because we lack cover, and they're going to start firing at us. Alright, there we go. Black is going to run out and melee Seraph. Character. We want to go after the guy with the most shooting. That would be Seraph. She has the worst shooting. He has the second best shooting. So, Black, I want you to go and attack Brown. Dog, I want you to attack Seraph. See it? You're going to move over here. Alright. Now, melee attack, Weber. Alice, you're going to move over here. Black, you are going to move to attack Weber. Dog, you are fine. You've just got a bunch of bruises. Now, that was a very scary situation. The reason being, they actually had the same numbers as us. If their weapons were better, we probably would have lost that. That's where our boar got beat up to shit. Oh, dicks. So what they did, they destroyed his left ear and his nose. That means they just sort of crushed it until it was no longer, like, actually usable. So, what we are going to do, because that boar is going to die, we are going to put down an animal sleeping spot there. And the only remaining prisoner is Ulrich. He will die in 10 hours. He has a lot of gunshots, a lot of cuts, but he has nothing cut off of him. On top of that, he's a snob. Ulrich finds doing manual labor degrading and will be in a very bad mood if he is assigned to hauling, cleaning, or plant cutting. That is fine, actually. Psychically dull. This would mean that the psychic soothes and psychic pulses, whatever you want to call them, would affect him less. This is actually a pretty decent thing. Psychic soothes will work less, but psychic drones will also affect him less. Pessimist, he just has a permanent -6 mood effect. That's fine. They just get random -6 mood effects anyway. And gay. That doesn't really matter. So, we also have an extra bed. So I'm less reluctant to... This is a normal bed, so it's fine. We'll have it be set for prisoners. Because I am planning to remodel this soon, once we get enough bricks. Everyone, you're no longer drafted. However, dog, you are injured. Alice, you capture Ulrich. And these two are no longer going to be held open. And Giggles has been doing work in the background. So, work. Giggles cannot firefight. She is not a doctor. She is going to haul. She is going to flick. She's going to handle. This means she will handle animals. She's not a negotiator. She's not a cook. She's not a hunter. However, construction and growing are her strengths. That's good. Land cutting, I also want her to have this at a 2. And at that point, we can also take Sia and Rhyme off of plant cutting, which is fine. Rhyme mainly does research. Sia mainly does mining, and not much else, really. She does art. She's actually a better artist than Rhyme, so I'm going to bump Rhyme down. And this character has a regular passion in crafting, so Giggles is... I also need to assign her to a schedule. So, okay, I also need someone to treat Ulrich. So, Alice, I would like you to prioritize tending to Ulrich. And on top of that, I would also like to chat and recruit him. Alice is apparently ass at tending to him, which is fine. The more we get him patched up, the more he's going to, like, stop bleeding. And we kind of don't want him bleeding. Because he was going to die there for a little bit. So, let's see, dog, what's your issue? You have a bunch of bruises and burns. Same for black. And then these are a bunch of pistols. Let's expand this little roofing area. And then expand the stockpile. The reason I'm doing that is because we just need more fucking room. Okay, dog is getting treatment, which is fine. Disease, infection, really? You get an infection from a burn? You probably did, actually. Okay, so that means that I would like this to be a medical bed, and I'm going to immediately set dog to remain in that medical bed. So we need more housing. So let us do a thing. How much... What brick do we have the most of? We have sandstone, granite. Okay, we have enough granite to warrant this. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'd like to have a 3 space between each little thing. 9 and 9. Between each little bit of housing. Just to allow for them to have a sizable path. Let's see, here and here. And I would like for... might as well do this. Floors, sandstone. And then... I'll probably start using a bit more slate, actually. So, mosaic paving slate. And then... I'll make these ones a bit more simple. We don't really need them to be too... what's the word? We don't really need them to be too... the word is just escaping me. We don't really need them to be too intricate. I just kind of wanted them to be, for whatever reason. But this actually expedites things a little. Black has gotten sick from infection. Okay, so dog, I want you to rest until healed. And then Black, you are going to also rest until healed. Alice is kind of ass at treating people, but that's fine. Starvation. Dog has also gotten an infection. Black. Need you to rest until healed. It's unfortunate because they're also our doctors. And Black needs a treatment for his infection. Oh. Yeah, Mad Animals Gazelle. See ya if you kindly would. Oh. This is bad. Let's see. Rhyme, Alice, Giggles. Actually, Alice, you can be undrafted and tend to Black. Whereas Rhyme, I would like you to be here. Where are you? You can actually go here. Giggles, melee attack the gazelle, so that Sia can run away. I can see it not run away. She was not... God damn it. She was not drafted. Okay. So. Alice. Rescue Sia. Finish off. Then I would like this assault rifle hauled urgently. I'm going to have to adjust Alice's work. She needs to doctor before anything else. Let's see. What's happened to Sia? She has nothing missing, so that is favorable. However, she has a lot of bruises and a cracked 7th rib, which is going to be very painful. She's also no longer incapable of walking, which is good. This infection has... let's look at it. It has 50% immunity and 54%... Thank you. Oh, Sia. I would like you to get your rifle back. There's an eclipse. Eclipse just makes everything dark. It turns off solars, which is fine. Minor break risk, need colonist beds, low food, colonist treatment. Rhyme won't die if she doesn't have her gut worms treated, which is fine. They're just going to suck for her. Let's see. Health. How's your infection doing? It's at 39% with a 47% immunity. That's not bad. What I'm worried about is Dog. Dog has a 65% infection with a 66% immunity. It's very unfortunate, however, they're going to need to be watched quite a bit. Alice. Just butcher the damn thing. Major break risk. Dog is... He's not too happy. He's urgently hungry, in a moderate amount of pain, rebuffed by rhyme, cramped interior, sick, feeling bad, disturbed sleep, dull hospital. Basically, your room... This room looks like ass for him. And he is apparently not a fan of ass. I don't know why. Thinks Sia would actually disagree. Or, well, no. Sia's not the one that's having disagreements with this. Infection extreme. He's at 79% with an 83% immunity. Okay. Black needs treatment. Alice, kindly treat Black. Thankfully, we have a lot more medicine than in my test where everyone died. Or no, it wasn't the test. It was a previous playthrough. Yeah. Remember when everyone died of plague? Wasn't that fun? So, he has an 89% immunity with an 86% infection. Alice, I know, but he really needs treatment. He's also malnutritioned. Why is... Just go make a damn sweet roll. So, an important thing is, if the immunity reaches 100% before the infection reaches 100%, that'll mean that the infection rate will start going down. Thankfully, infections tend to go down actually pretty quickly. So, as you can see there, there's a little thing right here when I moused over it. The infection percent is actually lowering slowly. Now this is... yeah, he'll be fine. So these no longer need to be medical. Black is going to have... yeah, he just needs 3 more percents. The other two are going to be fine. But yeah. Whew, that was a bit spooky there. Bit spook. See, there's that. Tobacco. And we have a shit ton of wood. We should have... why is this still here? There we go. Ulrich should be fine. Let's get a bed going. I would like a quality build of good. Jump to this location. Black, how are you doing? His talking is enhanced. That's good. Talking does actually matter. They will give you worse prices if you cannot convey your thoughts well enough. Even if you have good skills. Awful. Poor. Poor. Shitty. Awful. Normal. Good. Yeah, that's acceptable. Black, I would like you to hold this on your way back. Thank you. We were kind of low on silver after buying that rifle, so I didn't go for the gas mask or the food. Probably should have at least gone for some of the food. Hooray! Electricity. Let's see what else we have lined up. We have the batteries lined up and then air conditioning. That's fine. So, where am I going to put these windmills? Well, I could put them here. So, how power works. Actually, kind of glad I went with the tribal start so I didn't have to explain so fucking much in the beginning. So, how power works. You need to run these cables fucking everywhere. That you want power, at least. Batteries have to be hooked up directly to power. Let's see there. 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 And there. This is going to be annoying. And run it down here. Down that way. However, these power cables do actually come at the cost of beauty, so yeah. Don't set them in the middle of your rooms, I guess. And across doorways also matters. Slightly. I think it decreases speed. That could just be me being superstitious, air quotes there. But so yeah. Now with that, I also realized after the end of last episode that our little thingy here was set to be built out of limestone, and we do not actually produce limestone, so we couldn't make it. In addition, electric stove goes there. And no, not fueled. I want the regular. I can go right there. That can be deconstructed. Is this set up? No, it's not. Copy all. Paste all. That's just fine. I don't know why they're taking so long to do that, but yeah. Okay, so how power works. You need these cables fucking everywhere. And the reason I set this one right here is because I actually planned to set the wind turbines up. So the way wind turbines work is this little... I'll just place it down before I explain it. This little area is where the actual cables will go. These white areas, these white outlined areas that I pointed to my screen for some reason, those are exclusion zones. If you have trees, or I think chunks also matter. If you have trees or other shit, buildings, walls, etc., then it'll have issue. However, is this steel? Yeah, that's steel. This is stone. However, because this is a desert, and you can also just place chunks in those exclusion areas and the windmills will work just fine, but I don't really care to do so. Let's see. I need a wind turbine to be there, and this date tree removed. If you double click, you'll select everything on the screen. Hooray. So the way wind turbines work is the wind current stuff is generated randomly, and that selects how hard your wind turbines turn, I guess is the word, which in turn increases or decreases how much power is generated. I'm going to do a thing because it's bugging me. Going to do that. Alice is cooking a bunch of sweet rolls, which is nice. Eventually the kitchen will get done. But I've kind of given them a shit ton of construction tasks, so shit happens. Oh hey, Giggles has a bed. Hooray. And there's this burnt tree here. It's a dry thunderstorm. That means rain. That means there is no rain, there is only lightning. I would actually... Black, could you please just hurry up and deconstruct this thing so I can place down the goddamn butcher table thing? Thank you. Orders, production. I would like the butcher table in wood, I think. We have a fair amount of... I don't know why it's refusing me to be placed there, but oh well. That's because there's a thing here. Now, in addition to all that, we are going to be placing some furniture, specifically stools. I'm actually going to be placing these as bamboo. The reason I'm using bamboos because It's there and there. It's there. And yep, there. There. Okay. The reason I'm doing bamboo is because we can keep crafting it out of bamboo. So, these windmills need 100 steel and 2 components. They work best if you have them hooked up to batteries. However, we do not yet have batteries researched. Rhyme is getting on that right at this moment. Once batteries are researched, we place them in here. And since they'll be inside, they will not be at risk to the elements. Let's see, more floors. Can we get a checkered pattern? Slate and granite. You know what? That'll work. That'll do. And then let us actually get random paving slate around the rest of the area. And as you can see, we have no electricity, so those still require some setup. I'm going to be making, let's see, 4 simple meals. Do until you have, how many colonists do we have? 6? We have 6. So this is 2 for everyone. This is a shit ton for everyone. I might turn that down a little. So that's 4 for everyone. And then I want to add on fine meals. The reason I'm adding on fine meals is because fine meals actually give you a little moodlet. Let's look at it. A complex dish assembled with care from a wide selection of ingredients. It gives you a little bit more nutrition. It's same amount of beauty. It's a little bit more valuable, and it gives them a little moodlet. Whereas simple meals, let's take a look at these. A simple meal, quickly cooked from a few ingredients. Less valuable. It gives the same amount of nutrition, which is weird. It should be giving you more nutrition. The fine meals do require more to make. I do know that. Let's see. Down. Copy all. This, that is, the food prep table is generally just the electric versions are better than the fueled versions, is why I'm building these specifically. Plus, it allows us to do things without taking up so much damn food. Or not food, but fuel. They expect more from you. Score 4. They will visit again in a while. Visitors from the Treaty of Camlacor? Camlacwa, I think. Ooh, cocoa. Cocoa is fucking useless. The reason cocoa is useless is because you can plant it, and it'll grow. But you need... Let's see, is it on here? I think it's on here. Where is it? But you need... around here somewhere. You need advanced cooking. Why? Enables the construction of cooking tools. Enables the construction of sweets table. You can't make chocolate without the sweets table. You also can't make hard candy without the sweets table. So I could actually install Vivid Red Cloth MERF body armor for hops. I should have probably considered that. But we don't have enough food to really make it there. Rhyme needs treatment. Someone treat Rhyme. Oh frick, how are you doing? You have a scratch scar, you've ate some food, you're in a jumpsuit. You have okay skills, actually. We could use you for cooking. That would help take the load off of Alice. But, yeah. Oh god, rimworld is chugging just slightly. What is causing this chug? Chug chug motherfuckers, Jesus Christ. I don't know what was causing that, but I did not like it. Why is this door gone? I do not know. But it is slightly concerning. Okay, oh, Butcher's Table is done. Butcher Creature, you're probably noticing that we have more things that we can do at the Butcher Table. I am going to have us make some compost starter until we have 25. Reason for that is we need 25 compost starter to fill a compost bin so that we can get fertilizer. Fertilizer is needed for what's it, the thingies, it's needed for a thing from the research tree, garden soil as well as tilled soil, which garden soil is basically rich soil that you can put wherever, whereas tilled soil is an upgraded version of that. That's why I'm not too worried about moving a growing area up to there. Probably wheat and sugar if I had to pick. Which I kind of do. Whereas down here will probably be drugs and side foods. So yeah, things are going well. We almost have some new rooms up. I'd really love it if they could get this done, but I don't know if we have enough steel for it. Blight. A mysterious blight has ravaged our crops. That means a bunch of the crops died. For whatever reason, our flax was unaffected. I do not mind this. Bamboo, hooray. Yeah, bamboo is kind of decent. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. Well, no. I would recommend it. It's actually saved us a fair bit. Oh, they're finally getting these done. Hooray! These are out of the way. I remember this was an area with which not to fuck. You can legitimately end runs by opening these up. I'm not kidding. It has happened. Okay, hooray. This is basically done. So what I want is, I want this. Give me the damn thing. There we go. This is our freezer. So I'm going to random paving slate. It doesn't take much effort to get these a little bit more beautiful, so may as well. I would like some granite. Might as well do this and this. And then let's get some slate slabs. There we go. They'll eventually get that done. I'm not too worried about it. I'm getting the roofs on. Hooray. Would like someone to come and work on this, though. We have a shit ton of steel for whatever reason. Red, Chief of the Orange Pigeon. Chatranpa has sent us a message. Apparently bandits based in a nearby camp have been raiding their caravans. They've asked us to destroy it, which means eliminating all enemies and turrets. If we succeed, the relation will improve and they'll send us this reward. Green cloth rectangle rug 6x8. Excellent. That's actually not bad. It's not a bad reward. Okay, the oven has been built. So let us copy all. And I would like to paste all. However, with a few changes. Namely, we have more than 4 people now, and I've also noticed that generally meat pies tend to be in pretty high demand. So let's do that, and then sweet rolls will be up to 44. Actually, it's 48 to get double that. So, yeah, there's 48. Sweet rolls I would like maintained at a fairly high level. Meat pies is mainly just because we don't have a freezer up yet. I'm not too worried about it though. I really wish people would clean. It's unfortunate, but cleaning is one of those things that's always needed but never done. And yeah, I could force people to clean, like, is anyone not doing anything particularly? You're consuming a simple meal. Alright, so yeah, when you're done with that, you can prioritize cleaning dirt. Thank you. That's fine. It's something, at the very least. Can put those away. Oh, good lord. We're finally getting work done on those walls. You know, RimWorld is probably going to be one of those series where I just accidentally make hour-long episodes just all the time, and no one's going to mind. Because apparently none of you guys did mind, which is nice, actually. I do like that those walls are getting done. That's very nice. Are we out of sandstone? And we have sandstone chunks. It's just that we're out of space to store the blocks. We have plenty of granite. But yeah, this is why we store batteries. You see, we have two wind turbines, but neither of them are producing enough power to actually run this. Speaking of, I'd like this deconstructed, as well as this. And this. Like I said, this, these stockpile zone, let's copy these settings. And then architect, zone slash area, stockpile zone, let's pause it. Down, paste settings. So, we do that, and then we are going to delete the stockpile. Does anyone have wardening on? Yeah, black's getting it done. Let's see what the chances for this are. 3.8%. That's fucking nothing. On top of that, he's a human. So, I'm kind of reluctant to give him a spot. But we do need more bodies. At least we'll be able to throw them at the enemy. When in doubt, add more bodies. Imperial Guard motto. So yeah, now they're actually producing enough power to handle this and probably have a caravan from the Covenant of Banyulola is approaching. They are a bulk goods trader. That's pretty good, actually. Let's get black on that. Okay, he's healthy. The main reason I check his health before I send him over is because whether they can actually speak or not is important. Most people don't think about that or care, really. But it is the difference between... Oh, yeah, they can buy our cocoa. But it is actually... It does make a difference. Steel, animal sleeping box, poor. Wood in table lamp, good. Colonist bed color cloth, MOPP mask. Protect against radiation through shielding in the lining. That's a misspelling right there. Protection against radiation through shielding in the lining, but more importantly by preventing direct contact with or inhalation of radioactive I wanted to say particulates, but particles or gas. Combat version made with tougher materials for increased durability. Now these guys are a general trader, they'll buy furniture and stuff. But really, should I sell it? But really, I don't need them to do so. So black, I would like you to... Where's our silver? I canceled, didn't I? Let's see. Here's an easy way to test. Is the cocoa for sale to them? No, it's not. Where's our silver? Where the fuck is our silver? Did they just... If it bugged and they didn't give us our silver, I'm going to be annoyed. Especially considering we actually have to put up with them and their muffalos for a few days. Possibly even a week. That's going to be fun. Hooray. I might actually put an eatery in here. Like, we have the kitchen here, we have the freezer here, but we don't really have a good eatery. And as much as I love this design, it works just fine in the beginning. However, later on, it does suffer from an issue, and that issue is... it's kinda bad. Like, it works just fine for visitors, don't get me wrong. But for long term, your colonists aren't really going to need it. Yes! Yes! Alright, what's the next thing? We have batteries done, so next up is air conditioning. Alright, and power, batteries. A small note about components, you will actually go through a lot of them. Nice. You'll run out of components very quickly if you don't pay attention. Let's see, we have 34. Each one of those batteries costs 2 components. These wind turbines also cost 2 components. Also, yeah, wind turbines produce more in rain. Coconut milk. That's actually pretty good. Reason being, we can turn that into cheese. I know that's weird, but we can. So we will. What's even weirder is that we can turn soy milk into cheese. That's fucking strange to me. We need batteries, someone's starving, Rhyme is starving because of her gut worms. Conus needs treatment. I would really like it if she could get the gut worm thing handled. What are our bricks looking like? We have plenty of granite. So, let me show you how I normally deconstruct things. I really hope they don't deconstruct the power conduits. That would suck if they do. So, normally how I remodel this is I will go about handling the rooms first, specifically doing the walls and the doors, because you do actually need something to hold up the fucking wall. Or roof, rather. If there's nothing holding up the roof, it will collapse, and that has a chance of insta-killing your colonists. It can happen. I don't like it either. And it sucks as much as you would expect. I want floors. Let's do a paved tile. Wow, that is taking a while. I do need to end this episode at some point, though. Let's say whenever they get the batteries built. Or we get this handled. Whichever one happens first, we'll end the episode on that note. Hopefully. I'll probably be like, oh, just 1 more minute. And then like 2 hours later. I am one of those players. I'll get wrapped up in shit and then fucking... it's so nice. But now that we have a pave... That is strange. Pave tiles are supposed to grant increased walk speed, not just 100% walk speed. It might be because it's built on sand, and sand gives 76% walk speed versus 87%, which soil gives. Yeah, it does matter. It really does. I think they wait to deconstruct things until after construction is done, and because there's so much shit to build, they're not going to get all of this shit deconstructed until afterwards. That could be it. By the way, heal root, it does spoil. But fucking look at this. 2 years and 1 quadrum. Long ass time before it spoils. Cotton does need to be under a roof, but it does not need to be... What's the word? It's fine. But it does not need to be refrigerated. Unlike food and certain types of drugs. Alice, why are you not cooking? Look at this stockpile. Look at it! Look at it, Alice! Why are you constructing? Why are you not cooking? Are we out of flour? No, we're not out of flour. We're not out of sugar to make... That's weird. I don't know why she's not cooking. Or I don't know why she's cook... Yeah, I had it right. I don't know why she's not cooking. We have... Cannot canning food... What? Oh, okay. I don't know how that fucking works, but okay. I missed a door there, but that's fine. I don't know why Alice isn't cooking. And it's not like we don't have food. We have plenty of food. She can cook. I don't know why she's not. Or is she? Did she cook? I keep hearing the sounds of cooking. But that's them crafting cigarillos. Okay, the batteries are complete. That means it's the end of the episode. I know, it sucks. But this has been Rabbit. I probably said the Mad Hatter at the beginning of this episode, didn't I? It'll take some time to get adjusted to it. I've been saying it for a while. We finally got a harvest of flax in. But yeah, this is why we keep the batteries. These batteries can cause an event called Bzzzt, which causes them to spend all of their charge, and somewhere along this massive line of power cables, they will cause an explosion. It does happen, it does suck, but it's just kind of one of the things you need to deal with when it comes to passive energy generation like this, where it's unreliable. We'll eventually remove these for more building space. But that being said, this has been Rabbit, this has been rimworld. I will see you all next time. Let's see if it records. Let's see if it'll actually finish fucking recording when I hit this end recording button. What do you know? It didn't.